Every debt you carry has a price tag in dollars. That's the number on your statement. It is also, quietly, the wrong number to look at. The real price of a debt isn't what it costs you in interest. It's what it costs you in years of your working life, spent before you've even started saving, just to cancel out a balance you didn't think twice about. Most people never calculate that number. Not because it's complicated. Because nobody's ever told them it exists. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to find it for any debt you carry. And once you see it, you'll never look at a credit card statement the same way again. Part 1, the year you already owe. Here's the idea in one sentence. Every debt has a hidden maturity date, measured not in months until payoff, but in years of future income it has already claimed. Take a debt most people consider completely unremarkable, a $15,000 car loan at 9%, paid over 6 years. Total interest paid over that loan, a little over $4,300. Now translate that into time. If this person earns the US median income and saves a realistic 15% of it, that $4,300 isn't just a number, it's roughly 4 months of their entire saving capacity. 4 months where every dollar they could have put toward their future was instead rerouted, quietly, to a lender, for the privilege of driving a depreciating asset slightly sooner. Nobody experiences it that way in the moment. It arrives as $60 a month, easy to ignore. But strip away the monthly framing and what you're actually looking at is this: 4 months of your life-saving effort, already spent, before the loan is even signed. This is the part the good debt, bad debt framing misses entirely. It doesn't ask what you bought. It asks how many months of your future you just mortgaged to get it, and whether you'd have made the same trade if someone had shown you the real bill up front. Part 2, 2 people, same income, different clocks. Meet Dana and Priya. Same job, same salary, same age. Neither one is reckless. Both pay every bill on time. Dana carries $6,000 on a store credit card at 24%, the kind retailers love to offer at checkout for 10% off today's purchase. She pays $150 a month, which feels responsible. At that rate, the balance takes just under 5 years to clear, and over that time she pays roughly $3,000 in interest. $3,000 sounds survivable. Reframed in time, it isn't quite as small. At Dana's saving rate, that $3,000 represents close to 10 weeks of her annual saving capacity, gone, spread invisibly across 60 months so it never once felt like a loss. Priya has the same $6,000 available but doesn't touch the card. She puts $150 a month into an index fund instead, earning a long-run average of 10%. After 5 years, the same 5 years Dana spent clearing her balance, Priya has roughly $11,600. Here is the number that actually matters: the gap between them isn't $3,000. It's $14,600. And measured in time, at their shared saving rate, that gap is just over a year and a half of saving effort, a year and a half of working life that separates them, created entirely by which clock each of them was running on. Dana wasn't undisciplined. She paid on schedule every single month. The 5 years simply ran against her instead of for her, and she never noticed because nothing about carrying that balance felt urgent. Part 3, why debt hides its own clock. Here's the mechanism worth understanding. Every loan comes with 2 clocks bolted together, and lenders only show you one of them. The visible clock is the payoff schedule, how many months until the balance hits zero. That's the clock printed on your statement, and it's designed to feel manageable, because the payment is small and the end date is far away. The hidden clock is the opportunity clock, how many months of saving and investing you forfeited by directing money at interest instead of growth. That clock isn't on any statement, because no lender benefits from you seeing it. The visible clock always looks smaller than the hidden one for a simple reason: the payoff clock only counts the debt going away. The opportunity clock counts the debt going away and the compounding you never got to start. Time spent paying off debt isn't neutral time. It's negative time, because every month it eats is a month your money could have been growing somewhere else instead. This is why low monthly payments feel safe and aren't. A lower payment doesn't shrink the hidden clock, it stretches it. Dana's $150 a month felt manageable specifically because it was slow, and slow is exactly what let 5 years pass without alarm. Part 4, running the clock on your own debts. You don't need a finance degree to find your hidden clock. You need 3 numbers you probably already have. First, your monthly saving capacity, whatever you can realistically set aside if a debt weren't in the way. Second, the interest you'll pay on a debt before it's gone, which is on your loan statement or easy to estimate from the rate and balance. Third, divide the second number by the first. That's your hidden clock, in months of saving capacity already spent. Run this on a $400 balance carried at 22% for a year, and the interest is small, maybe $50, costing a fraction of a month. Annoying, not dangerous. Run it on a $9,000 balance carried for 4 years at 21%, the kind that accumulates quietly through a few rough months, and the interest crosses $4,000, which for most people is several months of saving capacity, gone before the principal is even half paid down. The number changes everything once you see it, because months are harder to wave off than dollars. Nobody plans to lose 4 months of their life. They just don't notice the 4 months arriving $60 at a time. The lever that controls this clock isn't your income and it isn't your discipline. It's the rate. A debt at 4% barely moves the clock at all. The interest is small enough that it costs weeks, not months. The exact same balance at 24% can cost the better part of a year. Same person, same payment habits, same balance. The only thing that changed is how fast someone else's clock is draining yours. Part 5, the one debt where the clock runs your way. Not every debt steals time. Some debts buy it back. A mortgage at a low fixed rate, held while you simultaneously invest elsewhere, runs the clock in the opposite direction, not because a house is virtuous, but because the rate is slow enough that your invested dollars compound faster than the debt drains them. The interest you pay is real, but it's outrun by the growth you're allowed to keep building at the same time, so the net effect on your timeline is closer to zero, sometimes even positive. This is the entire distinction that matters, and it has nothing to do with what you bought. A mortgage and a store card are both debt. One runs slow enough that your money keeps compounding around it. The other runs fast enough to swallow that compounding before it starts. Same instrument. Opposite effect on your clock. Part 6, the real number to calculate tonight. So here's the only homework this video is asking of you. Take every debt you're carrying. For each one, find the total interest you'll pay before it's gone. Divide that by what you could realistically save in a month. That's how many months of your life that specific debt has already claimed, not in theory, in actual saving capacity you will not get back. Rank them by that number, highest first. The debt stealing the most months gets attacked first, regardless of what it bought you, regardless of whether it felt responsible at the time. Then look at what's left, anything whose hidden clock is small and whose rate is genuinely low, and stop treating it as an emergency, because it isn't one. Let your money work instead. The math here isn't exotic, and it isn't something only the wealthy have access to. It's a different unit. Dollars let a debt hide in plain sight for years. Months don't. Debt was never just a number on a statement. It's a claim on your future hours, collected quietly, one easy payment at a time. The only real question is how many of those hours you're willing to hand over before you bother to count them. If this changed how you look at a balance you've been carrying, that's the whole point of this channel, making the invisible cost visible. Subscribe if you want the next one, and I'll see you there.